Since the World Cup in Qatar, we've heard a lot about Morocco, but maybe not enough about this underrated Moroccan star. A star who, because of where he plays, may never get the right plaudits. That's why I, Fayyad, an Asian football fan, I'm going to tell you the story of Soufiane Rahimi in 2024. Now, the fact that this guy has only played domestic football in Morocco and the UAE surprises me. Although opposition fans will tell you he's the worst player to play against, his behavior, his style of play, I think he's very talented and it's clear he is very clinical. And when the whole world was focused on Saudi Arabia signing the biggest players, Soufiane Rahimi had other plans. Let's talk about last season's Asian Champions League. Now everybody was expecting Al Hilal, Al Nasr, Al Ittihad to easily win it. And while the Saudi clubs all qualified for the knockout stages with an average of 15 points, Rahimi's team Al Ain also hit the 15-point mark. 5 wins and 1 defeat with Rahimi scoring 4 and creating 3. He would just weave his way past defenders in the half spaces and cheekily score his goals. But with Al Ain replacing former Ajax manager Alfred Schroeder with Hernan Crespo, there was some instability looming. And when they drew with Uzbek side Nasaf in the first leg of the round of 16, elimination was looking like a possibility. And when Nasaf scored the first goal in the second leg, this was looking even more possible until Laba equalized with a bicycle kick just 4 minutes later. And Soufiane Rahimi, well, he didn't come to play, he came to play. We're minutes away from extra time and Al Ain really need to win this game. And who else but Soufiane Rahimi pops up to score the winner in injury time. Al Ain are now in the quarterfinals. Who would they face? Al Nasr. At this point, no one expected them to win. But the first leg ends with a lone Soufiane Rahimi goal to shock the continent with a 1-0 win for Al Ain. It's now all to play for in the second leg in Riyadh. 1-0 is not too big of a deficit, but Soufiane Rahimi goes absolutely nuts in that first half, scoring 2 goals in the space of 17 minutes to put Al Ain 3-0 up on aggregate. But Al Nasr go absolutely crazy in the second half, score 3 goals and take the game to extra time. And with a couple of other goals in extra time, it's now tied at 4-4 on aggregate, and we go to penalties. Rahimi scores the first penalty for Al Ain as Teles, Brozovic and Otavio all miss their penalties, meaning Al Nasr do not qualify and Al Ain are in the semi-finals. There they would face Al Nasr's fierce rivals, Al Hilal. Now while Al Nasr were strong, Al Hilal were unstoppable at that point. At that point in the season, Al Hilal had not lost a single game in any competition. For sure Al Ain were going to be eliminated, right? Now the first 38 minutes of the first leg were something out of a movie. 6th minute, Rahimi opens the scoring. 26th minute, Rahimi scores a penalty. 38th minute, he scores another penalty. A hat-trick in less than 45 minutes. Al Hilal are 3-0 down, and despite a mini comeback in the second half, they lose 4-2. Al Hilal's first defeat of the season, all due to Soufiane Rahimi. Now in the second leg, he doesn't contribute to a goal, but that's because Al Ain were on the back foot trying to defend, and they eventually lose, but just 2-1, meaning they qualify for the AFC Champions League final on aggregate. Al Ain are in the final of the last edition of the AFC Champions League, a tournament which they won the first edition of back in 2003. But in the first leg of the final against Japanese side Yokohama F. Marinos, Al Ain lose 2-1. And Soufiane Rahimi wasn't able to do much. But do remember that this is Soufiane Rahimi's season. The second leg begins and it only takes him 8 minutes to score, and in the 25th minute he wins a penalty that Kaku scores, and in the 67th minute he goes absolutely crazy to score Al Ain's 3rd of the game, and in injury time he creates another for Al Ain. Al Ain destroy Yokohama F. Marinos 5-1 in the final, with Soufiane Rahimi contributing to 4 goals. 19 goal contributions in 13 games for Soufiane Rahimi, and a second AFC Champions League title for Al Ain. In a season where Ronaldo, Mitrovic and Benzema debuted in Asia, it was Soufiane Rahimi who stole the headlines and finished as top scorer. Like, to put it into perspective, Ronaldo, Mitrovic and Benzema scored 14 goals between them that season, meanwhile Soufiane Rahimi on his own had 13. But today I make this video and Al Ain are massively struggling. You see, they've sacked their manager Hernan Crespo, they're out of the title race domestically, and in Asia they've won 0 out of 6 games and very much on the verge of failing to qualify for the AFC Champions League Elite knockout stages. Now despite that, Rahimi has scored 5 goals in 6 games. He remains a threat to any team he faces, but Al Ain look devoid of energy and completely, honestly, destroyed. But here is where Soufiane Rahimi has a chance to make history once again. Al Ain still have a chance to qualify for the knockout stages with 2 games left, and if Soufiane Rahimi can somehow push and propel Al Ain into a knockout stage qualification to end up defending their title, who knows what awaits the Moroccan in the future.